Beijing has ordered Chinese media to censor coverage of the Alibaba probe. That's a hefty headline. This is coming from Financial Times.
Are you surprised about this?
No, I'm not really. I mean, we already kind of heard that's what was going on. I think the surprising part is the level of severity. So, according to sources close to the matter, this type of warning of, hey, don't touch it, is at the highest level.
Yeah, it's serious.
It's the highest level of don't touch it. It's the same as political strife, and it's the most sensitive that it can get for don't touch it. Let me tell you what I'm saying here. So obviously, just quick recap. People said, oh, he went missing. Then his fortune sort of fell a little bit from the moment he spoke out. He obviously is in some sort of a disagreement with the leadership in China. Then they're like, nah, he's fine. He's just laying low. And everyone's like, well, what is laying low? I mean, it seems like a pretty high profile guy. How long can you lay low for? Why would you want to lay low? Et cetera. Like, it didn't really solve it, the laying low part.
Especially if you have a talent show to judge.
Yeah, exactly. Got to get out the house because you're needed.
Yes.
So his last public appearance was in October, and he did criticize China's state-owned banks at that moment in time. Here is, at the end of December, the Chinese government's propaganda arm. So this is, Financial Times is going all out on a discussion around China. Directed media outlets to strictly invoke the official line on the antitrust investigation into Alibaba and to not make changes or engage in extended analysis without permission. If any company announcements oppose the official stance, do not publish, do not repost, do not quote foreign media. I think we're foreign media, Will. I don't know if you knew that. That's us.
Yeah, they're coming for us.
Crazy. Government mouthpiece, the People's Daily, has criticized China's tech industry for pursuing ever higher market concentration. This directive is severe and unusual. A research scientist at the University of California at Berkeley School of Information. The language of this directive is quite similar to the directives on very important political events. So they're just going hard in the paint, as you would say. And there's a little graph there mapping the October comments to Alibaba's stock price. And you can see it hasn't been good since. People are worried and skeptical the longer that this guy stays out of the limelight, and people wonder about his ability to keep making moves in the presence of obviously conflict or at least a disagreement. So curious to see where it goes, curious to see when we hear from him. I think he's just really burnt up about missing out on what would have been the world's largest IPO. And I think he was sitting there saying, I'm about to make moves. I'm about to break records. And they were like, no, you're not. And he's like, oh, really? Been working a long time on this, guys.
Yeah.
I got the Ant Group. Been working on this a long time, talking about an IPO, 37 billion, something like this. What was it, 37? It was a big number, Will. Main thing is it was going to break records. And obviously, they put a nail in that, and he's been a bit burnt up ever since. So we'll see if they can patch it up.